Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Phil Ismay with the inaugural episode of the Papi Negro podcast, Forever Petty and Forever Roasting. And today, to start this shit off, I got the homie, Ashley Diaz.
Yo.
That's the homie. And I got J Guy.
What up?
My people right here.
Yo.
And in all honesty, cheers. I ain't got no. In all honesty, I started that with you two because I really fuck with y'all. I mean, there's a lot of people I fuck with. Like I say a lot. I really fuck with y'all, and this is dope that y'all got to be a part of it. And it's a nigga's birthday tomorrow, so you already know.
Happy birthday,
Turning
bro.
27, you know. I'm going to spend the whole day tomorrow thinking about the decisions I should have made in life. Young guy. I don't feel young, bro.
Super young, man.
Being black and 27.
You made it. Your rest of life is vacation now, bro.
Yeah, right. Got 20 more years before it's over. But
no.
but nah, man, there's so much shit I want to talk about, yo.
Let's get into it. I'm
Like
excited.
talking, because you said something interesting in the car when you talk about like in the culture that women for the most part are used to dudes just ready to chase them and shit like that.
Yeah, they're taught that for the most part.
But I feel like especially with this climate, yo, like shit's changed. Like for instance, for me, like if I'm vibing for a girl, I have to get certain key words, like hot button words, for me to know, okay, I need to make my move, because I can't just talk to someone. Like, you know how they be like, oh, you know, rescue me, make that move. If I do that shit, I might fuck around and be a Facebook's post, and I don't want to do no shit like that.
You can't do it. You can't do it on text.
No, leave a
screenshot.
receipt. I can't. I don't want to do that, bro.
Voicemail.
Oh, no, so tell me. So I want you to expand on that. You're talking about like.
Well, yeah, it's in the culture for men to have like chivalry, especially like if you are very conservative. Men are supposed to be the ones.
That pin
to
hitting.
pick you up.
I can see Ashley talk. Her eyes are so high. She's like, help! I need somebody.
I'm here. I'm
She
here.
gone.
I'm not. I'm here.
You know, in boxing when they hold their hands, like, are you here? One. How many fingers up? She looking at the turnbuckle. I'm ready to fight, yo.
Let's go.
But no, man.
So you're speaking like traditionally.
Yeah.
As a male species, I'm taught that I have to pursue women.
Yep.
And
Well, I
I'm
mean, look at the
responsible.
dating culture. I would say maybe social media and like Tinder and like apps and stuff have changed a little bit, where you could like swipe left or right or whatever, and that gives the individual that power. But then from there, it's still very traditional, where the man has to be the one to pay for the first date, and then sometimes women will do that, but even then, it's also the response that's coming from the man of I pay for, I put in time, I deserve the pussy, and that needs to go out the window too. It's true.
Cherry picking mentality, bro. So
Real shit. Part of me's paranoid. I did not record anything on the fucking.
What do you mean? Oh, in the car?
Oh, here.
No, right now it's recording, dude.
Oh, okay. I'm making sure. Nigga, I'm paranoid.
It's the first.
But no, what you feel about that, bro? Like, I don't. The thing is, I know that like that's the culture.
What's your ideal scenario to be approached, to be courted, and then to give it up? Like that's because if we're being completely honest, as a guy, if I'm approaching a woman, she already knows what I want, right? You already know what I want, so there's a underlying idea of the exchange that's about to happen. It's my job to convince you I'm worthy of being accepted as I would say, not even in the most basic terms,
A contestant,
a mate, or somebody who
Right.
deserves the opportunity to engage in not only sexual interactions, but hey, I want to court you. So in the basic term, the most basic principle of that, it's like all that pressure relies on me as the male to convince you of that.
Yeah.
That's fucked
So
up.
I think I think it's not fucked up, but I think that's the way it is. So if you ever heard the term, like you ever heard the saying, if a girl fucks a lot of dudes, she's a whore.
Yeah.
But if a dude fucks a lot of girls, he's the man, right? Because for me to fuck a lot of chicks, I have to build up skill.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to be funny. I have to be charismatic. I have to learn all these attributes so that I can so I can better prepare myself for that conversation.
It's like hunting. Like,
It's
oh,
like
this
hunting,
nigga
but
can
the
catch
girl
sharks.
has all the power. She has the power because girls they propel our species. They get to choose who to mate with, right? Y'all the ones, y'all the chosen ones, who y'all get to decide if that dude worthy for me to go ahead and make this baby with.
And even then, we could decide if we want to cut it off.
Oh yeah, y'all be fucking. Some of the decisions be fucking atrocious. And that's not. But the thing is,
it's not that it's atrocious. It's the fact that at the end of the day, will be stuck while the man can walk. Like, a man's form of abortion is walking away. Like, that's... You can't cut it off.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about
If men
That's
can
extra.
have
He shouldn't be
abortions...
allowed to knock on my door 18 years later. Like, bro, I aborted you. I don't know if you heard.
Sometimes it never happens, though.
That's true.
Sometimes it never happens. Just as much as women could have a kid and put up for adoption, they could, give it to their mom, their grandma. That shit happens too. Not hating on anyone, but these are all options.
but this is the thing I feel like. I feel like the whole chasing thing, especially for dudes, it'd be like,
it's subjective.
are you worth me chasing you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some girls you meet, you're like, bro, you ain't worth a chase. You half a sprint. I probably do half a sprint for your ass. You know what I'm saying? Some girls you meet, like, yeah, I run the whole Olympics to get to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's how women feel with attention, giving that kind of attention to certain men, where it's like, I don't need
That's
to.
that thirst, bro.
Yeah, I don't need to spend that
thirst.
time with you. I don't need to spend that time.
Like, my pride is so high. Like, as soon as I feel like, oh man, what are you doing? You chasing her? Like, my pride just steps in and it's like, stop, bro, don't do it. You're not.
I realize there's a
your
difference.
Time's valuable, your effort's valuable, and really, like, I really have so much pride for myself that I feel like I do a lot, and if I can convince a girl just to give me the opportunity to show you, like, I'm valuable as hell. Like,
I'm a franchise player.
What do you mean by
by do a lot is I figured out what's attractive to women, right?
What do you think is attractive? Let me find out.
Being.
Yeah, I feel like there's an underlying tone.
No, because most men think, okay, shit.
No, I just think, okay.
The weed pen.
I'm being real. I'm being
Petty.
real.
All right. Okay, so what I think is attractive to women is a guy who knows his purpose. A guy who knows
motivated,
his purpose.
Driven. I think
He
that's
knows
attractive.
his purpose. It's attractive. And
For
it's
anyone.
like an aura.
I think anyone.
What do you mean? Like, if you saw a woman who
I
knew
think
her
a man,
purpose,
when
you're
you
like,
see,
that's
like I was
attractive?
telling you earlier, if you see a woman who's always free and available
Negative.
to hang out, you're like, yo,
Negative.
what are you doing? Like, oh, so I'm going to have to take care of you. Men don't like that. Some men are into that. That's what I was going to go back to. It's all
Here's
about
the thing,
if you
though.
like to be
Right,
dominant
no. Okay,
or
so here's the
submissive.
thing. What you're saying is, if a girl is free and blah blah blah, she has so much time on her hands, a guy won't find her attractive. That's what you're saying. But as a guy, I'm saying I would still probably smash that girl. Like, it doesn't matter about her time.
But this is the problem I have. I've been in positions where, like, the girls that I want the most probably don't want nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Now, once that girl wants me and I know she wants me, I don't want it no more.
What did that girl do for you to want her the most? What did she have to do?
When I feel like I have to
did you care about her time? Did you care about how she utilized her time?
I mean, damn, I ain't never think about it like that.
I think it's the time.
don't,
I think it is the
bro.
time.
I don't. It's just more like, yo, I'm trying to get at you. Oh, you left me on red. You message back. All right, bet. The game. I like the game to a degree. I like the game to a degree.
This is the quintessential conversation that we're having right now. Is to me, women don't necessarily have to do much to be attractive to a guy. It's a lot more physical attributes that we're attracted to, and women, they really don't. Physical attributes mean something, but not is the
You're
same.
You're only going to the surface. What is ultimately, when it comes to a partnership?
You're talking about staying, right?
Yes,
you're talking about
that is more
person.
because at the end of the day, like you said,
right.
Women get bashed for having all these bodies on them, and if I just let you get like the surface, that's bullshit. At the end of the day, I want you to want me as much as I want you, or more.
So that's the back end game that the girl has to develop. The girl has to develop the game to keep the guy, right?
So
that's
we
a
have to
whole
work
different-
up to
we
get
have to-
them.
Exactly.
And keeping is way harder.
It's way harder.
Absolutely.
Way
Because you
harder.
could keep them, have a kid, and they could go. You could keep them and keep them and
Hold
keep
on,
them and never looked at something
Hold on. That's hold on. Wait.
Into another realm.
Wait, hold on. First of all, I will say this. That's women from back in the day, which is nowadays are built different, all right?
So different.
Built so, like, literally so different. It's weird when you think about it nowadays. Like, it's like, if a dude...
Well, you guys are speaking in a traditional sense. That's why.
Well, yeah,
We're
like,
still talking
nowadays, like, girls, like, a girl can, like, do a nigga wrong. Like, haha, girl, you get his ass. Yeah, it's about time we got ours.
It depends on who you're talking to.
I'm just saying, on social media, you'll see that shit a lot, all right? If a dude...
Social media changed the game, like the whole game.
You remember when Netflix and chill, when niggas did not know about it like that?
Yeah.
You remember that? That's how old we are. When girls be like, hey, yo, what you trying to do? Yo, you know, we could post something on Netflix, you know.
That was
chill.
Blockbuster once.
Nigga,
Blockbuster and chill.
Bro.
I wasn't Blockbuster old.
What?
I was a Blockbuster.
Girl told me, like, we were having dinner and we were drinking, and she was like, Netflix and chill. And I was like, this bitch like movies. I like movies too. And I went home and put on Netflix.
And she like, niggas, you gay?
I was on comedy.
You put on, yo, I'll tell you something. I feel like,
Fuck or not?
I feel like if I put Netflix and chill on, I might fuck around and go on your history.
Yeah.
I might see what movies you watching.
I
I'm that
bet
kind of nigga. If
I bet you do.
I am that
I
kind
gave you my HBO account, motherfucker.
I see
know
what you.
don't even
Let me
watch
tell you.
my shit.
I still do. I'll tell you right now. If I'm about to go to Netflix and chill with a girl, right, and I see on her recently watched, I see the Ted Bundy tapes, Orange is the New Black, fucking Abducted in Plain Sight.
Whoa.
I ain't fucking no more.
Orange is the
I might
New
fuck around and be in a documentary.
Orange is the New Black.
It's a
No,
pattern. It's
come
a
on.
pattern. Oh, by the way, thank you for the H. Yo, check this out. She really came through. She gave me the HBO thingy, right, bro? Let me tell you something. My ex from a couple years ago, from 2015 till now, I had this chick's HBO and Stars account.
2015, she cut you off finally?
It was her mom's, bro, and it no longer works. Nigga, that's a
Probably
whole high school
stopping.
career. That's a whole high school career, bro.
2015, 2019. One of my exes, she signed me into all her parents' stuff. And then the day after I broke up with her, shut down.
Dang.
That's like the modern version of like throwing clothes out the window.
Oh, yeah. That's
Out my house, motherfucker.
We don't want you no more.
No free shit
That's
for
new
you.
school.
You know what I hate? When you think this shit still
young
work
girl, bro.
and it's a new password.
Oh no.
I'm gonna call him up and work it out. Hey, baby, you know we could work this out. The nigga just trying to see Power, the new Caesar. That's all I want to do. Just go slip.
You're gonna
His
have to leave
privileges are
voicemail.
revoked.
Exactly. That's problems they didn't have back in the day, bro. Listen, I was lit the other day and I was like, yo, bro, cavemen didn't even have R&B to smash, bro. Like that's the simple shit.
That dude in the back. Boom, boom.
That woolly mammoth's making noise.
Ain't nobody want to hear no fucking damn.
First of all, that's not what is that what a woolly mammoth sound
I
like?
thought it'd be more of an elephant.
I
thought it
wasn't
more
around.
shit.
I
If she
would
did,
compare it to an elephant, if anything.
But it sounds
Like some shit like-
strong
No,
baby
that's too
over there.
modern.
that's too modern. Oh, that's more like in the 70s. You know, that sounds Africanized.
No.
But no, man, it's just so much about the whole dating shit that I just didn't
Bro,
understand.
social media has changed the dating game.
Absolutely.
1000%.
Look at this nigga
A lot
pouring
of
up and
people
trying to make it
meet-
get
he said social
He tried to hold it in the corner like, yo, this social media thing is crazy.
Crazy, bro. It's
I will
crazy.
say this: the way girls bounce back from a breakup, bro.
No, but okay. You
Like this
think-
shit I told, yo, girl, you know what? This is what I realized. You have an ex, you got to get rid of them right away because they'll post petty shit about you, like you in memes, and you see who like it. It'll be your friends. It's like, dang,
But
nigga,
that's
you-
their version of getting over it. Just like men's version is like sleeping with another woman. Sometimes
gotta bang
women
that out,
are
bro.
like that too. They're sleeping with another man.
But the thing for guys, that shit hit later.
yeah,
Duke-
So much
well,
like when you're
because
ready to
we
go
are
to sleep
okay.
at
We
night.
I feel like women are more
It's
pressed
time
with
to go to
time.
bed, bro.
We're more pressed with time. So everything we look at is like, what's next? Like what? That's why people are
That's
like.
the generation that you're talking about, not just women. Dudes are like that too. Dudes are very what's next type of mentality.
What you said about being in your sleep, that shit hitting you, bro. Bro.
I
was in my
you could
sleep.
break up with a girl and be like, man, F her, bro.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We out here slaying hoes.
I'm gonna kill it. And then you lay down in bed by yourself. You're like, oh my God.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I look at the wall.
I'm gonna text her right now.
No, I would.
You grab your other pillow and you make it seem like
Oh,
it's a
God.
body. Just
See,
like,
girls don't. They have their friends they can call,
No.
sleep
Oh
over.
my
go
God,
stay
guys,
the night.
guys are different. Listen,
Nah,
you still
bro,
going
we
to sleep
still-
alone though.
yo, let me tell you something. I thought I was good. I'm like, hell yeah. And then what I do is I listen to music on YouTube, and while I'm fucking asleep, Tupac "Do for Love."
Wake you right up out
Oh,
of sleep.
nigga woke up crying. I'm talking about. I just woke up like, you know when you got the hiccup cry. Like, I just heard the doom 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 doom. That shit hit different, yo. It hit. I would say through breakups, talking to guys are just so harsh and brash.
How
Like,
long does it, like, on average, take you to get over it?
I haven't really dated like that, so I'd say
Okay, your most recent relationship.
I was shocked that I was feeling some type of way. It was weird, but I would say October, and then when I found out they were in a relationship, I was like, all right. Like, it was just therapeutic for me.
So finding out that someone has moved on made you feel
I would
closure?
say
Is that what it was?
I would say in September, October, we broke up August, September, October, and I was just like, yo, like processing everything. And you know, everything's hindsight's 20/20, so I'm just looking at like, oh, okay. This is why I realized shit was fucking up, whatever.
Red flag.
Yeah, red flags. Like I told you, red flags, yo. When you see that shit at first, it's like, all right, when do you address that?
The moment it happens.
Because it's off-putting.
You
have
should
to
address
develop
it
a
prior.
strategy to address things.
I think that
because-
not enough people lay out what they want in relationships and what they want from significant others or partners or whatever. I have friends who are in open relationships, and from the beginning,
I can't do that. I
What is
can't.
That's okay.
an open relationship.
Yeah, like we are together, like as partners, but I see other people.
No.
you see other people.
I see other people, and you can watch me see
but
other.
there's-
I can't.
wait,
I'm
there's
selfish. I
but
can't.
there's layers to it. It's not just I'm seeing other people and I'm spending time. It's more like this should just be a hooking up thing, like or like
For other
there's
people?
rules, yeah, where it's just like you hooking up.
dangerous.
That is you're saying it's dangerous, but is it more dangerous to live in a toxic relationship that claims that they are monogamous to one another and they're both cheating on each other, T.I. and Tiny, for example, where it's very clear, or maybe they have come to a mutual agreement where, okay, we're going to be together, let's be honest about this situation. If you're going to see other people, but don't, like, bring them around the house. Don't, like, fly
So
them
it's
out.
like-
Don't embarrass me. It shouldn't be something public. So everyone has layers to this.
So it's like cheating with training.
No, it's
wheels.
not cheating, because cheating is lying, and lying is being.
Cheating is lying.
Yes, it's going behind someone's back saying, I see this.
That's
and
still
I'm
cheating.
Go and do something.
If I'm with
No,
a girl, she told me she kissed another.
So like you banging some chick, but you looking in the eye of the person that love you.
No,
like,
it's
this
just
real.
just as much as anyone could hook up with someone and be like a hookup. You could still be in a relationship with a person that you chose to
Can
be
you
a
do that shit?
partnership.
Can't, man.
Some
I'm
people
selfish.
can't.
Because
I feel like
it's not that I'm selfish. It's that my pride is like.
Yo,
want-
guys have the most fragile ego.
Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
my
We're-
ego's
Ego.
destroyed,
I think
like-
women are more okay with it, but society doesn't want that because
Oh
we're
my
instantly
God.
called hoes.
No, for egos, like a girl could say the most simplest shit and can wreck
Bro,
a dude's
girl
life.
would call me a punk or tell me to man up. Oh, bro, that stabs me hard.
Man
Doom,
up.
doom, doom.
Man,
Law and
like,
Order.
like man, like stop being a bitch.
Woo.
Man up. Like if a
I
girl
would've been
told
like,
me
what do you
that,
mean? What
like,
do you
quit
mean?
acting like a bitch. Like if a chick said that.
In one sense, because if anything, she's insulting herself because she's claiming you are acting like a woman, which is
To be honest,
what
no
you're
one's
saying.
thinking.
Women are weak.
No one's
No.
thinking in that in depth. We're
Of
taking
course,
that
I
as
know
an
that,
attack.
but what I'm saying is
Nah,
that's
bro,
the
no.
truth.
Attacking the male bravado, that ego, that thing
Masculinity.
if you attack that, immediately I feel defensive and I feel like, hold on. Like part of me is like, yo, don't let anybody talk to you.
Yeah, but why are
like
they
that.
saying it?
Don't
Why are they
take-
saying
to
it?
hurt you? That's why you say
But
mean
why?
things to
Like,
anybody.
give me an example of a situation where someone has said that to you. That,
Okay, so if I'm like, yo, what is that? Who's that dude calling you? Why is he calling you like that? And then you like, yo, why you acting like a bitch? Why you acting like
she's defensive?
Yo.
Nah,
No.
She's defensive. She's defensive.
I wouldn't call you a bitch, but I would be like, why are you? What's
Are you
wrong?
out here doing dirt
Why
to
are
me?
you hot? Phil, me and Phil have had conversations till 2:00 in the morning, and we're talking about comedy, we're talking about life and shit. And my boyfriend is in the room sleeping, and he knows I'm on the phone with Phil. Like,
to be honest,
see,
I can't do that either.
but he knows. This is the thing.
It doesn't matter.
I live at night. I work
I
at
understand
night.
that. I understand
I work
that.
with comics.
You're a different.
Comics are male.
First of all, you have to understand you are a unique individual. You're not the typical general female that we're talking about.
No.
Right,
you know what I'm talking about? Like you're not the same person.
I know.
She still ain't shit though. I mean, I just gotta bring you down. I just.
But what I'm
She
saying
thinks she the one. She out here.
like, bro. Typically, female comics aren't like females to me. Like, I don't view female comics as the typical general female that I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Y'all are built differently. You're wired.
Wired.
The mind state that you have is wired differently.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like, to speak, like how we're talking right now is a lot of generalities. I'm not saying all women are this way, and you're not saying all dudes are this way, kind of thing. But in that whole realm of man versus woman, to say that, I want to say more so guys are, like you said, high egos and very fragile. Mm-hmm. So in order to propel
they're not allowed
the species,
to be emotional.
You're supposed to, but society is not.
Oh, especially,
not,
dude,
not allowed.
especially as a man of color.
Bro, you're not. There's a man of color in a black culture.
Nigga, what?
Bro, in that culture, it's like, dude, no, you're not allowed to show any weakness.
Yep.
You gotta be the strong person. You gotta be strong.
But I'm happy. That's why, like, the whole mental health. Like, I feel like that's a movement, or sometimes it feels like that's what's in right now.
Dude, do you ever take the side, like, be sympathetic towards, like what males have to go through?
Absolutely. When me and my man started first dating, he had just lost his father, and I think I would say like maybe 2 months in, like seeing each other, we were having a conversation. We're about to start playing a movie, and he just like bolts upstairs. I'm thinking he's gonna like go number 2 or something in the upstairs bathroom, but like 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, and he's crying. And I go upstairs, I'm like, are you okay? Like, did I do something? And he, like, was just still going through the emotions of losing his father. And he was afraid of being that in front, like, that vulnerable in front of
And
me.
I know exactly why that is, because sometimes when you let that emotion out, some people keep that because that, so you get in an argument. That's why you were crying like a bitch when you were, and you're like, why?
You're crying over your dead dad.
Some bitches be doing,
No,
some
I don't care
people
how mad
do.
you
Some people do that.
You
Some
gotta cheat
people.
on me for me to bring
Oh,
that
see,
up.
So-
there's a reason. She'll
So-
do it. She'll do it.
Yo, but
I
cheat
just-
on me. Yo,
Y'all
you
hear her
cheat
say
on
that?
me. You lie
Yo.
on me. You lie on me. I'm gonna remind you that
So-
you a little bitch. That's when I say you're a little bitch. That's when I'll say.
So here at the
I
Papi
won't say
Negro
it 'cause somebody's
podcast,
texting you.
we realized
I'll say, oh, you.
her quirk
Y'all
of
be
pettiness.
petty as hell, bro.
So she's petty. So she wanted
Cheat
to
on
say,
me?
I just gotta talk like a politician.
Yeah,
So we
yeah,
see here that Ashley said she wasn't petty, but we just realized she has a threshold to release
I
the
do
ultimate,
have a threshold,
the
yes.
ultimate.
Everybody does.
That's just the final. That's the draw 4. Like, oh, you cheat on me, every.
Draw 4, collect 2, go back, reverse, skip.
But my whole thing is this: like, with that whole pettiness shit, though, I feel like it's not. I feel like necessarily it's not wrong to be petty because you don't know everyone react different, but there's a certain form of disrespect someone can try you. You can go, okay, is this
Yeah,
petty
you disrespect
comment?
me, I'm gonna be petty. That's how I say disrespect, petty.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just
They
like,
go hand in hand.
But see, that's an emotional reaction,
Yeah,
right? So you have to understand, like, I always talk to my chick
cause
about
and
this.
effect.
Right. So I talk to anybody I'm in a relationship about having emotional intelligence versus logical ideologies, right? So IQ is different from emotional intelligence, right? So you can know the right
Absolutely.
things. You can know what the, but if
not
somebody
applicable.
can't control their emotions, that could be, typically that can be the disaster because anything could set them off.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when somebody's emotionally
Unstable.
unstable, dude, they they go to the end of the spectrum of what you expected to happen.
Yeah.
So they even go past things that they would necessarily be like, I would never do something like that. But if you're emotionally unstable, you run right over those things.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's some shit I'm trying to practice. Is like, I'm one of those people. I blame it on Aries season.
No, don't blame it on
I'm one of those
stars, motherfucker. You gonna blame it on the fucking stars?
Absolutely.
Nah,
the stars a lot. I'm an Aries, bro.
With him. You too.
Leo, bro.
Fire.
I'm a Libra, so I'm like, fucking figure it out.
I'm trying to weigh that bit.
No. Look at the balance of shit.
No, but like,
look at it for what it is.
On some real shit.
Put your feet on the ground.
As a dude, like, you don't have, like, I can't call my dad and be like, Dad, she broke my heart. Like, I can't do that.
But that's fucked
so
up.
you
that
do
you
things.
Can't.
But are you and your dad cool though?
Oh, we super cool, man.
But not like on that sense.
Well, I wasn't talking about like she broke my heart type of deal. Unless.
Have you tried?
No, I didn't try, but
You might be surprised.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, bro. When has a girl broke? I feel like you out here causing
havoc. Like maybe 15, son.
15.
When I was 15,
This
that was the
nigga
last time
is
I've
the
never happened
devil.
again, I swear to God.
Yeah, Jay is the devil.
I have developed a callus over my heart.
This nigga's playing catch with his dad. Hey, Junior, why are you quiet? Nothing, Dad. I can tell.
No.
This nigga's the devil.
Nah,
Yo, the way he maneuvers, like,
well, I
Jay,
can sense that you're very comfortable in your in who you are. You know who you are.
Oh, dude, Jake,
It's a compliment, man. I think that's very, like, I'm trying to, and I don't know who I am 100%, but I'm still trying to figure it out.
Don't. I think I'm one way. I'm like, Phil chilling with y'all's one way. Philip in a bigger group of people, that shit's gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. Sometimes
I think most comics are like that because the ability of being able to go from a group of peers, which is a bunch of comics that you're talking to, where we're all doing the same thing, and then going on stage and giving a crowd of strangers the ability to laugh, and then getting off stage, and depending on how that went, being able to go and talk to other people or go the fuck home and cry on the drive home listening to that tape. Just like the fuck. All of that is being able to change constantly in the group and setting that you're in. I mean, the rooms that you're doing are never going to be the same. So the fact that you're able to recognize that and go into a setting and be like, oh, this is what you guys want. Boom, boom, boom. That is a skill in itself to want to naturally change.
I feel like doing stand-up, I just look at life different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah.
We all, like...
That's your job.
No, it's just like I remember I was at my job way back, and the fucking higher up was like cracking these stale ass jokes. Everyone laughing because they want to raise. No. And she looked at me. I just looked at her like, and so she tried to hit another joke.
Michael Scott, though?
Bro, I just looked at her. I'm like, you're gonna have to come harder than that for me to crack. And so she cracked another one, bro. And I just looked at her, and you know that it just didn't go right. I do not care. I hate the most when people go, hey, you can keep this one. That shit, I really want to stick a pen in their neck, bro. That shit, you don't have that when people try to hang out. Like, random people know you're a comedian, and something funny happens, and they're like, hey, you should put that in one of your bits.
I hope you're listening. I cut all my childhood friends.
Oh, wow.
I mean, for the most part, snip, motherfucker.
I just can't cut people.
No, because
I can't cut people off like that.
This is the thing. Growing up, though, I don't want to say that I was like the comedian, but like I was class clown. Like I've always been the one that people invite to like hype this shit up. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I was the only one, but I was one of those individuals.
You ever took a personality test?
Yeah.
That Myers-Briggs test?
Yeah.
Do you know what your thing is?
No. I maybe did it like at 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where did you take that test out?
Yeah, you take it online. It's Myers-Briggs personality test. It basically like I took it. It breaks you down into, you know, your personality, right? So there's 16 different types of personalities, and it tells you, you know, your pros and your cons. Typically, and it's, you know, it's not.
Was it accurate?
It's not end all be all, but for me, it was super accurate, man.
Now hold on, nigga. You should take that shit drunk as well.
I should take it
drunk J guy. Yeah.
Wait, tell us what did you get? What did you get?
I'm a campaigner. I'm ENFP, so I'm a campaigner, and a campaigner is just somebody who's like a jack of all trades. That I want to say you're an introverted extrovert. So that's
I
like
think
the typical,
I'm one of those.
Right. That's why I was listening to
Because I
you
like
and
to
I was
go
like,
to the
you're
movies
doing,
alone.
yeah,
I like to go shopping alone.
Right. You like to do things by yourself, but when that time comes, you can go. You could be in any kind of social group.
I love people, but I
think
also like
most
to
comics,
get the fuck away.
most good comics to me are that same type of personality.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I do my own thing because I like to have time to reflect on my own ideas and my own thoughts. But at the same time, I love to mingle. Like I come alive when I'm around people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My personality jumps off. So I took it, and when I read all the little characteristic traits, I was like, dude, I've never had somebody break me down so well. Another characteristic is like you like to do a lot of everything. You never want to be the person who you know how there's like somebody who's just really good at one thing.
Oh.
And then you just hate how good they are. They're like,
I'm
so
like,
focused, but that's all they're good at.
40 years.
Right, yeah. And you're just
you said some shit.
I want variety. I want to be good at a lot of stuff, but you'll never be the top of that.
You said something that really stuck with me. Like the whole, I've been on like this whole trip about just reading about shit, and it's how like when you feel like you need to be near people to get that charge up again. You know what I'm saying? And I've been reading a lot, and they're saying like that's what's wrong with our generation. It's that solidarity that we need to figure out what we need to do in life. You know what I'm saying? So being near all these group of people, it doesn't allow us to be in that moment to know, yo, what am I doing with my life? What I need to get right?
Dude,
what do I need to prioritize?
Like real smart philosophers. Have you ever studied like people who just come up with their own ideas and come up with the way of life and make those books that these smart ass fucking people read and live by? These guys have moments in their life where all they did was go into the woods and they just
can't do that.
Killed like every kind of influence, every
like
kind of interaction.
Anything godly, like Siddhartha.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. Yeah, all these people fucking killed distraction. Yeah, and they just went out by themselves and they internalize a lot of things that are going on for their own principles.
That's why most people die once. He always brings up the fact that affirmative action is bullshit. Thank you.
What do you mean bullshit? Like
because he said that he supposedly lost a job, like a firefighter job, to
like a captain to a black guy.
Yeah.
Look, I've been on the inside of that, and I've seen. You want something? You drinking? You good?
But he's full of shit because he overweight. I didn't know that he probably did better in the conditioning.
None of that matters. Overweight doesn't. I mean, it matters as far as what you're doing on the job for sure. If you're a firefighter, the public expects you to perform, physical tasks. So you should take it upon yourself to be ready to perform those physical tasks. That's a part of what the public trust is.
It's like big pops. It's like
yeah. So are you going to really chase down somebody?
Are you chasing that donut?
For real.
But my
joke.
So what got you? I need to reel this shit back in here.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
No, it's all good. But no, you said something about that. That's why a lot of dudes in solitude, people that go to prison.
At first I thought she said that's why people go to jail.
No, I need to think
that's
about
not
life.
why for real.
But so it's like a lot of dudes.
But
are
that
in prison.
helps, man. People need solidarity to come up with their own ideas because if you don't have your own ideas and principle, what happened? What happened right now? Oh,
this bitch is dying. She don't even cough away from them.
I'm not dying.
But no, so. The thing is crazy because like a lot of dudes when they go to prison they have the conspiracy theorists like that's why the egg is white because it don't
say what egg is white.
They're just random conspiracy theorists like and all that shit. But it's just
that's where flat Earth theory came from.
Oh hell no, they did not come from in prison.
But you know what?
Because they don't got the internet.
Some niggas be having phones in there, bro.
Bro, easy have phones. And my boy used to work as a correctional officer. Rick Ross style, he used to see people in there with phones. He used to there was chicks in there that worked as correctional officers banging the prisoners that would get pregnant by the prisoners in jail.
Orange is the New Black is real, yo.
Bro,
it's real.
like seriously. And if you got caught with a phone, in jail, that's like they automatically extend your time. Like it's a huge deal, man.
That's like getting caught with narcotics in jail.
I saw a video of some dude in prison. He's dancing to fucking ZZ by Kodak Black with a stack of money. just fucking dancing. I'm like, well, shit, nigga, I'm trying to get locked up too in that.
Free rent.
But I don't know. But it's just like it's at that point where like when people start thinking, sometimes we just dismiss them. But a lot of times it's like, all right, maybe they just know some shit I don't know. Like that's sometimes I
tried to find out?
No, like sometimes I like. There's this one dude where I live that he's in that street corner with that big ass cross talking Jesus is coming. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this dude is so committed. Part of you just want to listen to like, all right.
It may also be mental illness.
Bro, that's the thing about passion, man. If you're passionate about something,
for real,
you can affect anybody around in your environment. Absolutely. If you like, passion makes people just want to listen to you, man. Mm-hmm. If you got that beaming off of you, it's like, dude, you ever convince somebody just because you felt strong about something? Mm-hmm. Like it's a lot more fun to listen to somebody talk about something they're passionate about. Yeah. And they're more convincing and you can their own. For sure.
Like R. Kelly, like we know what this dude did.
But the way he was on that television show, the like,
shit that he was like, did you mess with younger girls and older women?
You say
I mess with younger girls and older women.
No, he said, how old?
He's like, no, I'm an older man that love old. So this nigga says, he says, I knock old and I knock young. And the fact that he stood up, because the thing is, the shit what he was doing, bro, like he was so passionately speaking about shit, but his body wanted to tell the truth. Yeah. They asked him at one point, are these girls lying? And then he says yes, and his head's going no.
Yeah, he's like, yes.
And then he's like, did you do it? Instead of yes and no, he's like, I never locked these girls up and put them in a fucking room in the corner of the house and only let them out to get shoes from their uncles. Use your mind. It's like, my nigga.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what the question was.
Yeah, it's like, you hit him with an or. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
It's like, what's a cult? I don't even know what a cult is. Yo, there's so many funny little
Are you really going to cancel Michael Jackson and R. Kelly?
By cancel, you mean... Because
it's cancel culture, so it's like, he did.
By cancel, you mean...
Not listen to him anymore. Like just rebel against everything that they've done.
Names, we have to say all names. We can't
to be
just
honest,
say R. Kelly and Michael Jackson. We got to say Harvey Weinstein. We got to say,
Bill Cosby.
Other people from other groups of individuals. Because I feel like Black people specifically in Black communities, like we are so quick, like you said, to be like cancel, and cancel is just another word for boycott today. I mean, we were doing it back then, but now people are. I'm glad that people are waking up to their own shit. And
this is the problem
for a long
here.
time, Black people weren't looking at themselves in the. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Oh.
The audience is going to be like, what is her ethnicity to be talking about the Black community?
I am other.
Did you check on the job application box?
No, Ancestry.com.
For the loan.
I am
like if you apply for a loan.
That is what I am. No, I swear to God.
They see the last name, they go, you're not tricking us. And you're in Miami? Fuck out of here.
No.
That's what I do.
My mom is Black Cuban. My dad is white Cuban. And their ancestors did everything in between. Because
you're gray Cuban.
I'm gray. Yeah, I'm gray. Or as my mom would say when I was a kid, I'm café con leche.
You're still getting pulled over. Anyway.
Yep, I'm still getting pulled over. My point. Yes, I'm like
the police call me Black.
But the thing is so weird about this whole shit with the R. Kelly and Michael Jackson shit, and make you realize there's like, yo, they really had some bangers.
Music,
pain.
The music is like,
bro. You ever hear that Jerrod Carmichael bit where he talks about talent is more important than crime?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Like, you know,
people
when artists
forget, fucking.
When artists are talented, like for instance, Paul Walker.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, poor Paul Walker, but you know.
The higher up you are, the harder it is to take you down from the pedestal, but the easier it is to shoot at you because you're at the top. So it's just, you could see him easily.
To be honest, I was listening to
take him down though.
R. Kelly, Thoing. Yo, that shit was fucking big back
Bro,
in the
Ignition alone.
I don't like Ignition like that.
No.
I like.
Let's talk about when it came out.
You remind me of. Oh man, bro!
You remind me of my Jeep,
bro.
That is so stupid.
It was stupid, but that was like
to a vehicle.
Niggas out here talking about Transformers, bro. It's like, what the
fuck? Bro, that was like in the hood.
Move your body like a snake, ma.
Like that. Like that was that fact. But the thing, it sucks because you hearing this music and it's talking about sensual shit, but you know what he likes. So you know when he's in that vibe, what he's making.
We weren't thinking about that in the early 2000s.
Oh, absolutely.
We had MySpace. Now it's in our face. Social media is in our face.
Oh, no. We can't
Back
say that.
then, the trial, Aaliyah happened. Oh, that was all
We weren't
fake.
even alive like that. We weren't even that old
But
when
I'm
Aaliyah thing
saying,
happened.
okay, not us specifically. I'm talking about like society as a
Bro,
whole.
the sex tape came out. Everyone damn near.
No, but even then, his people were saying that that wasn't him. That was his brother. They were saying that was his cousin or something.
You see this
like
nigga
that.
set
Like,
up the
it wasn't him.
camera.
No, and the fact that he was proven innocent, just like Michael Jackson, just like O.J. Simpson,
It's
they were
not
proven
that he was
innocent.
proven innocent. It's
They-
that
he
he
was-
was,
We don't have
there
enough
was
evidence.
not enough evidence to prove him
And
guilty.
he paid them
But
girls
people
off, bro.
say that he was proven innocent, and that's the thing that people are gonna
Like
go
the Jesse Smollett, people are like, oh,
He's
Yes.
other
innocent
charges.
now.
It's
Yeah,
like-
he's
Like
not
no,
innocent,
his
bro.
what they were charging him with it was not enough. Like they were gonna charge him. They were gonna give him community service if he was proven guilty, and he had already
They
done
said,
community
like,
service.
This is the shit that gets me the most. When I heard that story, and they're like, nigga, you did all that for some Subway? That's how I knew that
No,
shit
it
was
wasn't
bullshit.
for Subway.
He said he came from Subway.
He did. Did you
Yeah,
see
but
the
it
video?
wasn't for Subway.
That was a video.
No, I'm just saying, like, he said he came from Subway.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And he was on the phone with his manager.
nigga, at 2 and that
Look,
early in the morning.
I was with him all the fucking news, the bleach. I was with him when he went on stage in front of a crowd of people like it was a concert and said,
Yeah.
"I'm the gay Tupac." I was like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! You made that shit up for sure." You the fucking what's that movie he was on when he was a kid? Darwin Ducks. No.
Fucking.
What is
Darkwing
it?
Ducks,
The hockey game, like a hockey fucking movie.
Oh, Mighty Duck.
Mighty
I don't know
Ducks.
why
He was
I
on
forgot.
Mighty Duck?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He
That
was
was one
on
of the
Mighty Ducks.
classics, bro. I used to love popping
He was
Mighty
on
Ducks
Mighty
in.
Ducks.
I'm more of a
Mighty
Ninja Turtle nigga. So
Flying V! On the Flying V.
I like Ninja Turtles more. When their mouth goes, hey, Splinter. That's that shit right there.
Bro,
I love
that. Like the actual makeup in that movie, dude. Still watching the old Ninja
Nigga,
Turtles
fuck
to
that.
this
We
show,
talking about
bro.
him fucking up. Listen, all I gotta say, no, fuck that.
Stay on topic.
Stay on
nigga.
top, drunk nigga.
But I'm just saying, like the makeup, bro. I watched that today, and I'm like, man,
Ninja
that's
Turtles?
some good CGI, but it's not. It's
It's a mask.
real.
It's a mask.
I know, but it looks
The lip
dope,
was like,
bro.
Like Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I was an evil kid because when Power Rangers used to get shot, I used to get mad that only sparks flew out.
Like a firework.
I wanted them niggas to get hurt, bro, but that's neither here nor there. But the
No,
Jesse
no violence on
Smollett,
TV.
the Jesse Smollett thing is just like, for those few days or weeks that people believed him, his career was popping.
I didn't believe him for a second.
Career is
I know an actor when I see one. And actors.
are bad at writing scripts.
Yup. Who said that? Somebody said that.
I don't know everyone, but it's just like he did all that, and it's just like, come on,
It's
February,
too much.
in
It's
February,
the cold, the mega hats. He said they were white, but they were black. But and then his recently his publicist or attorney, somebody that's full of shit came out saying that they had a cover on. He's like, you can't see the black through the eye part. It's all bullshit. The fact that the biggest red flag for me was the fact that they were connected to Empire. Like one of them was a trainer for him, and the other one was like an extra or some shit like that.
Right.
So they were connected.
Know him. Yeah, they know him.
And he lied about they caught him on tape buying all those things. Like
His career
it's
was
just the
popping.
proof is in your and people will still sit here and be like, he's innocent, you see.
But I think it's
to convince themselves.
I think it's the whole distrust as people of color has against authority.
Yeah.
Especially with Chicago.
Especially because
But this
of
is the
Chicago.
problem. This is the problem. Like, you'll see on the internet, a lot of people will be like, oh, black people are sensitive and shit like that. But it's just like, we know so many stories of shit going wrong. Like
Sandra Bullock.
Well,
Sandra Bullock.
what about her?
With the movie, they were
Blindside?
yeah, like how they were saying that she was part of this movie, and it was it made it seem like a white savior complex, and it's just okay.
But that's
going.
based on a true story, though.
Yeah, I know, but that goes back
How
to
do you win if you Sandra Bullock in that situation? Like, you got a great role. There's a great story. You're like, I want to be a part of that.
The same thing happened with the new movie that just came out with her. That everybody, Bird Box. Or it was the black guy who sacrificed himself for the white woman with the children. And people were saying that shit. People were saying that shit.
What are you gonna say, Jay?
I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was about motherhood. I thought the movie was about motherhood.
About motherhood.
Yeah, like how one of those kids wasn't her kid. But
she called him girl?
Yeah, girl.
You know what made me laugh? Girl! When she's like, I'm going to pick who it is, she was like, oh.
Yeah, she said, I'm going to pick who it is. And the boy's like, okay, I'll do it. She was like, no, you're not going to do it. And the girl says, I'll do it. And she was like, okay. You might be the one.
We'll talk about it later.
You probably going to be the person.
Her face was like, damn, bitch, you really going to let me do this?
No, but this is the thing. In the movie, early in the movie, they said that before they took that journey, they said that somebody's going to have to look. So she knew.
Already. She was like, who's going to be the person?
And they're still in the house. They're still in the house.
You're not a part of my family.
She's still in the house. Okay, when are y'all going to have to look? We're still in the house.
And to go even deeper, her mom is the reason why that guy got into the house and fucked everybody up. Was the mom.
You know, I felt like Jay, what's the joke he said about Bird Box?
I don't care what
I got two jokes.
I want to hear them.
No, like I set it up. I set it up as most recently it's cool because Michael Jackson just came out that documentary. So I'm like, y'all seen that new Michael Jackson movie? Bird Box, where he plays Sandra Bullock.
Yo.
Bro, she got so much plastic surgery on her face.
The shit that made me laugh. I was like,
it kills everywhere.
Yo,
kills everywhere. It's a great joke. Yo, it's great. First of all, she's Blindside. She's Miss Blindside. And let's not forget, she's the white savior. When we just talking about that,
you see how she flip flop?
She did so quick. As soon as I attacked.
Hold on, wait a minute. So, guys, as you see here, she was shitting on the white messianic.
No, I wasn't shitting on it. I was saying that's how people view it. I'm not shitting on it.
First of all, is messianic a word? I feel like you just made that up. I'm going to have to Google that.
Try it,
Messiah /
yeah.
Oh my God.
Maniac. You combine those two. Messianic.
that shit sound right. Niggas be like, yo, messianic. They hold all the triangles up and shit with the eye in the middle and all that motherfucker. This is so funny because she did all this shit and you were like, yo, but she did Miss Congeniality. So you telling me if she had no poppin' movies, you would have just let her take all that heat? That's essentially what you're saying.
No, I'm just saying that's the one that like plateaued her career. Like
Miss Congeniality plateaued her career. It wasn't Speed.
So.
Plateaued means it didn't go anywhere.
Right. That means like that's the peak. It's done.
Cut her off.
Right there.
I'm out.
Me and him were talking about Bird Box. This nigga goes, yo. He said, if I had to raise two other kids, I would have killed myself too.
No, I was like pointing out the plot holes of the movie. I was like, 3 plot holes are in that movie, right? 3 plot holes. The first plot hole was the fucking like the GPS system. Like they jumped in the car and the GPS led them right to the front door of the grocery store. Like that's a crazy plot hole. No GPS does that.
Yeah.
And how
you have arrived.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a speed bump, nigga. Yeah. No, it's not.
No.
But no, the fact that he didn't even have any kids.
He didn't have, and he stayed to help raise those kids that wasn't his, bro.
Well, he was into her when she was pregnant.
He was into her. That's fine. That's fine.
But hold on, wait. That's gross. Niggas be smashing girls that are pregnant. That's fucking.
Shut up, bro.
It's the end of the world.
No, that was a shot at me. That was she taking a shot.
Oh, I forgot.
Whoa. Just like there's pregnant pornos.
That's so gross. Listen.
Why is that gross?
That's so disrespectful.
Let's be real though. Wait a minute. Before society and the way that we created the system, what was it before? Women would be pregnant. They wouldn't even know who they were pregnant with because it was.
If the shit is showing, and I know,
you got a full trimester. Sometimes women don't show until their second trimester. Some women don't even show until their third.
Some niggas be smashed with the. Listen, for that, the world was over, but it wasn't over. They just hit the grocery store up, so they weren't really too sure.
He was into her.
He was like, "Hey, how you doing? You flirting with the pregnant?" He didn't even.
I didn't know why he was doing it at that time. I wouldn't be trying to smash nobody. I would be trying to be like, "Yo, how we get out of this shit?"
MGK smashed the unpregnant girl. He goes, yo, he was willing to
spitting game, bro. In the grocery store, he was spitting game.
He hit the lean. The nigga was leaning over cereal boxes.
See, I feel like that's so funny. The world is ending. Yeah. You know the world's ending, and niggas is still like, I'm trying to get some pussy.
Pussy, bro.
For real. For real, bro. Like, that's deep ingrained inside of you. You can't fight that shit. Like, the world is ending, and still part of you is just like,
if you watch the
spread the seed, bro. Spread it.
She's trying to give it away. She was trying to like put the baby up for adoption.
For real, I know. I saw that. She's like, I'm gonna give it up, and the doctor's like, you joking about it, blah blah blah. But this is a big deal.
That was the actor. I mean, that played the doctor. I don't think they did a good job because they come out at the end of the movie again.
And then she's still there. She's like, I remember this one patient. Out of all the patients that I got, like, I've known my doctor for 6 years. This dude still don't know who I am, bro.
The problem.
Yo, what's up, doc? Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on? What's your name? What do you do?
My favorite part is like, so what's the
take
kid's
these
name?
Pills. Take these pills, and that'll get rid of that rash, bro.
My favorite part is when she's like, what's the kid's name? She's like, and then she thought of a name right then and there. And she's like, bitch, I know you lying. Don't try to fucking lie to me.
Girl.
But dog, I love the fact that he went up to that. But you know what?
I heard there's an alternate ending to that movie.
No.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't about the blind people. It's like two different endings that they're gonna do. And most Hollywood movies have that.
Double endings.
Yeah, they have double endings. So in the book, supposedly.
There's a book?
Yeah, there's a book. That's what this whole movie's based off of. It's based off of a book.
Even know that.
Yeah, it's based off a book. But
what's the alternate ending?
I don't know.
Nigga got us all piped up. Can you look up? Can you look that up? Because this nigga playing with our emotions.
No, for real. This is an alternate.
You hyped it up so well.
Like, there's an alternate.
I did, but hold on. First of all,
you haven't seen it. Me neither.
I'm so drunk, bro. I'm not so drunk, but I'm tipsy to amnesia. This is amnesia.
Yeah, you need to stop driving. I mean, what?
No, I'm good. I'm good, but that I'm not gonna remember that. But it was definitely an alternate.
This is recorded. But the thing. I saw that.
The thing about podcasts is
deleted and
you can edit it.
Not with my skills, nigga. Oh no, this all be.
He says, and it's seriously dark.
Yeah, it's like I heard it was like terrible.
One thing I did see is that they showed what the demons look like.
Oh, that's what the other plot hole to me was. The birds. The birds made it through that whole tyrannical journey down the river, and then in a box they were alive, bro.
And dry.
Like, have you ever?
I didn't like how they made like the mental, like the mental, like.
Oh yeah, people, like those people, the murderers, like they could see without being affected. Oh, you just gotta see the light.
I knew that nigga was off, bro. I was like, oh my god, I was so mad at Olympia.
The dude banging in a grocery store. Yeah,
I would have let them.
A little Rail just went and gave his life for them.
Got killed.
They had to kill.
Yeah, that's not a real Lil Rail movie.
No, he wasn't the first one. He was the second one to die because Sandra Bullock's sister died first.
No, the Asian dude died.
The Asian dude in the house where he put himself to the chair in the house.
No,
but that wasn't the first one.
Before that, it was
the
Sandra
sister
Bullock's
died?
sister, yeah.
Out of the group of people.
No, yeah, but
out
technically,
of the group of people who gave himself up. He was like, I'm giving
Yeah.
myself up.
But out of the people,
minority number one, then minority number two was Rail.
Yeah.
Then everybody else,
But it was more than one black guy, so they threw us off a little bit.
They killed the fat one.
Yeah, Rail died. And then the other one, they all gave their lives. That's what I'm saying. The minorities all gave them their lives. The other ones who died had to get their lives taken.
Absolutely.
Like everybody, like the dude came in the house and just started taking lives. Mm-hmm. Those people were like, no, I'm not opening the door. Not opening. John Malkovich was like shutting it down.
This is not
nobody else.
It's not an orphanage. Get out of here with that bullshit.
For
the
real.
thing that got me mad with the big Olympia, she did that and she's crying. I wanted to kill her so bad. When she jumped out the window, I was like, good.
Yeah, for real.
Good,
Though there was a part in the movie, and they don't address this in the movie. There's a part in the movie where John Malkovich was like, check his bag. Or Sandra Bullock was like, check his bag. Open his bag. See what's in his bag. That dude that came in.
Yeah.
Nobody checked his bag.
Yeah.
And the pictures were in his bag. The weird pictures. Nobody looked in it.
I thought it was funny how he started putting them
out, right? Like mapping them out. Like, this is what I'm do as a murderer.
How awkward?
That's
I
the
just
closest
totally
we got to
mapped
seeing
this
what the
thing.
monsters were.
You know how awkward it would have been? You're like, hey, get us back. All right. And you open it. It's like,
what is this?
This nigga's a painter. This nigga's a man. Yo, I'm going to put it in this corner of the wall.
This is great art, bro. Hey, for real.
It compliments the tapestry. I like this shit, my nigga. Abstract.
How much for this one?
Bro, Machine Gun Kelly and the chick that he just hooked up with in the movie, they just left. They took the car and bounced.
I want to know
that GPS thing.
Yeah.
What my thing was why didn't they just go back to the grocery store, bro? It had everything there.
Live in the grocery store.
Yeah, they had all the food there, all
Eventually
the
the
drinks.
food runs out.
Yeah, but they're in a house where there's nothing still. You know what I mean? There's nothing still in the house. Go back to the grocery store, bro.
No. They wouldn't all fit in.
Yeah, they had 2 pregnant women with them, and they wouldn't have been able to.
What do you need for pregnant women?
But hold on. But they wouldn't all fit in the car.
And where would they sleep?
First, the Chinese dude is gone now because he took
At the
over.
crib was the older white lady, Olympia, and
Sandra Bullock, the black dude, John Malkovich, 5.
Lil Rel.
Lil Rel died already. He already gave his life, and they came back.
Yeah.
Which to me is like, dude, how y'all made it all the way back into the garage? Like y'all drove into the garage.
You didn't hit the door.
You did none of that. You just pulled right in, and they showed the garage door closing. It's like, come on, man.
There's a few.
That's expensive for a little bit.
There's quite a few. Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. I still really like the movie.
Me
bro.
too.
I still really like the movie. It was new, and the acting was really well done. Sandra Bullock was gripping. She played a good, Michael Jackson. But too many plot holes, man. Too many plot
That
holes.
boy still on that shit. But I don't know. I did enjoy that movie. I was fucking looking at I was just scrolling to Twitter. I don't know why. And then they were saying the dude that plays Ghost from Power kissed Beyonce.
Oh yeah.
And so it's basically like he goes for it.
But I saw it. It's a double kiss. So he gives a kiss on the cheek, and then he does like a corner kiss mouth. Like it was like.
Bro, the fucking Beehive attacked this nigga.
As they should.
For real.
Attacked this nigga, bro.
Did he kiss her? It wasn't a movie role. It was
No,
just
it's
like in real life.
It was at the
NAACP Awards.
So it's like he went up to the seat. They're saying hello, and then he
Yeah.
kissed her like a side chick. And then before he left, he kissed her. She looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, she was like
Jay-Z's right next to her. And
Yeah.
and then fucking the Beehive went in on this
destroyed.
nigga. They're like, hey, kiss your ugly wife.
Oh,
They'll
hell
be kissing
no.
on her.
Oh hell no.
They're saying niggas get near the queen, they don't know how to act.
Ooh.
They're like,
I feel all of that.
People were like, yo, I can hear the faint buzzing. Like, yo, they attack this thing. And I'm just like, yo, bro, you seen Power before, right?
Mm-mm.
And I'm like, his character has beef with 50 Cent. I'm like, my nigga, you going against
50 Cent and Jay-Z.
It's like, nigga, you got Beyonce. Fuck Jay-Z, you got B. I want fans like that, bro, to fucking go hard for you like that.
Yeah. You
So,
don't
like,
want fans like that?
I said I want fans like that.
for
That
sure,
go, what
bro,
nigga to
yeah.
attack? Yo, and they left this comment on his IG. People just commenting bees.
Yeah.
There's nothing but bee noises. It's like, bro, I need some shit like that, bro.
Bees and honey.
That's the queen, bro.
But I think she's a little. That's a high. Like, why is she the one?
She called herself that. She named herself Queen Bee.
She did.
She named
have
herself
a
that.
theory.
But that's the thing. You put that out in the
Hold on.
universe and you step into that character.
Hold on, fucking conspiracy theorist over here. What the fuck you gotta say?
I love Beyonce before anybody attacks.
Oh, so she's a fucking Beehive member.
You ever seen Will Hatcher's his movie? You know Will Hatcher.
His web series episode.
Yeah, his web series.
Shout out to the boy Will Hatcher.
Yeah, bro, that dude was dope, man. Willonius Hatcher's dope, but he did a movie and a lot of the punchline, a lot of characters in it are like Beehive members who chase down this girl on the radio.
I'm fucking up the podcast.
Damn, bro.
Can you die already? Like, what you
Get yourself together. Did she take another hit of that?
Yeah.
She took another hit of that
She was
pen.
like, they're
She's
ignoring
like,
me.
this stuff is boring as shit.
They don't want to hear my theory, so I'm just gonna keep
I'm out.
coughing.
Checking
You know
out.
I'm sick and I've been holding it.
And you're hitting the pen.
Bro, and she tucking the mic. She did a whole bunch of stuff that was just wouldn't necessarily agree
My
with.
God.
You guys are making it worse.
No, don't blame me. That's you.
Now it's a nervous cough.
I've never heard someone nervously cough.
Me neither. I'm not nervous. When I get nervous, I don't start coughing.
I'm not nervous either.
I do. Before important mic, I do. I start coughing.
Bro, she called your mic important, dude. That's a big deal.
Yo, keep going.
She's trying to take it back. Look. She's like, nah, this shit ain't important. I got the Ebola virus.
Her eyes start bleeding.
Anthrax, son. It's an anthrax cough.
I start bleeding and shit.
No, stop.
She crying. Oh my God.
As you guys are making it worse.
The beehive.
She
Okay, stop. Beyonce.
Actually, Beyonce.
Beyonce, Bae.
Her eyes is closed and she thinks passionately.
I'm imagining Beyonce.
I think when she opens, she's closing her eyes so the cough don't come out. You see that?
Back at it again.
Yeah. Yee, where you going with all that cough?
Jeez.
Niggas got to be
I
quarantined.
got bronchitis.
You did not tell me that. You did not tell.
I do though. I do.
I didn't know that.
Now you do. I got
You
bronchitis.
hold on. So we're gonna have a little. Hold on. So you telling me?
I don't need an asthma inhaler or anything.
You got bronchitis and you hip. Priorities all fucked up.
But
You're
yes.
like, I don't care if I die. I need to be high for this shit.
Yep.
Girls do what they want.
Welcome to my world. Okay.
This Beyonce hot take better be popping.
It is. You're about to be
All
blown.
of this.
So, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be fucked up, but whatever. I'm pretty sure the day Aaliyah died,
Oh, God.
somewhere in the world, Beyonce said, "Am I the new Queen Bee?"
Oh shit, yo, you about to get mad heat right now.
I love Beyonce. I love
about to get
Beyonce. I
mad
love Beyonce.
heat.
I said it 3 times.
This shit ain't Bloody
Yo.
Mary. What are you doing?
Yo,
Pretty much.
bro.
Pretty
You know what'd be scary, bro? If fucking the lights went out, light came back in, Beyonce there soaked in honey.
Oh
And
my
pointed at
God.
she pointed at her and nothing but bees attack Ashley, bro. I'd fuck.
If that's the way I go, that's the way I go.
You know they think we killed you, right?
Bro, I'm gonna look.
Who's they?
You know the day Aaliyah died in a plane crash? The day before, I had put her CD into my Discman.
So you did it? Is that
I
what
feel
you
like
did?
I did it, bro. Like, you ever feel like that?
The CD skipped.
I put a disc and I was like, bro, this chick's dope,
I was about
man.
to say something fucked
I
up.
was super young.
No, I can't.
Say it.
It wouldn't make it sound like you had on airplane mode, but it was a disc player, so it wouldn't.
Airplane mode.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
That's funny.
Fucked up.
Oh,
Can't be
sad.
talking about her like that. It was really sad.
I love
All right.
Aaliyah.
Yo, this
So did
podcast
R.
is
Kelly.
ridiculous.
R. Kelly loved Aaliyah too. Bro, is that true? I heard that
They were married, yo.
they were married.
Absolutely.
15.
And
She was
Supposedly she was
15.
knocked up too. And then they got a divorce. I'm pretty sure they...
You know, still
You're making sucking teeth sound, but you're also insinuating a scissors, as in.
I'm not very
An
good with
abortion.
sound of
Is that the sound of abortion?
I would know.
All right, now I'm uncomfortable.
I'm a strong believer.
I was about to make a vacuum noise.
No.
I think that's more righteous than.
This shit got real.
Yeah. I feel like you should only be
Hey,
able
no,
to talk.
Nope. All right, this is happening. This is happening.
I'm gonna start coughing again.
No.
This is it.
You're going to see a baby outside. Mother.
Good.
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm copacetic, bro.
Fantastic.
You said,
Fantastic.
oh, you making fun of my laugh, but you doing it right now.
That's why I did it.
He said, bro, I thought that was the liquor. I heard the laugh. I'm like, J Guy gonna have y'all killed. But no, man. That is crazy. You fucking shit got so real. He was like, I would know. He said, I would know.
Here we go.
He said, I would know. I heard the record scratch right when you said that. What are you gonna say?
No, I have a joke where I talk about tour guiding, and I talk about this day that the boat was about to catch on fire, and I turn around. I'm in a pirate costume, and in panic, I tell the crowd, Shiver me timbers, mateys. Time to abandon ship. Which reminds me of my abortion from 2 years ago.
You don't say that on the tour guide.
No, that's a bit I do. You don't say that on the tour guide.
I was about to buy a ticket, bro. I'm coming to the Miami tour, son.
She probably said that about the haunted houses.
Yo.
Hey, look, it's Casper.
I think you should try everything at least once.
What?
And I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
I was very fortunate. My man was there for me every step of the way.
That is very fortunate.
Which kind of makes me wish he would have been there for the conception.
Oh, damn.
If anyone didn't get that, he's the Joseph to my baby Jesus.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
So our niggas be fucking pregnant girls.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You are not.
That's a joke, by the way. That's a joke. I need to make that clear.
Oh,
That's a joke. But I did have an abortion.
Me and Jay are just
so happy now.
Nigga, you know what the cough was? The baby spirit coming back.
Shit, son.
Oh my God.
Congress.
No, I will tell you this. I'm making jokes now, but it was very hard. It was a hard decision for me. I feel
acting like you fired someone.
pretty much.
For real.
I fired them out of my uterus. I fired them out of my uterus is what I did. I said, you're fired.
She's like, look, I did what was best for the company.
Yep, I did.
I was looking longevity-wise, and it didn't make sense.
Just like
we
a
have to
million
consolidate our
little
choices.
sperms are making their way up to my my egg. A million little sperms die, and that one sperm
died
is
outside of it.
Yeah, I mean, no, inside. They died inside. They were just fertilizer at that point. I was only 4 weeks. Pro-choice.
That's an evil laugh.
No, I'm laughing now, but I was very depressed. I think that was the first time. I was depressed.
That's such a good topic, man.
Abortion.
Hit that shit.
We talk about it now because it might be illegal tomorrow.
For real.
Hey,
any second.
we're in Florida.
So you said you cried a lot. You were depressed.
No,
so
I wasn't
did you
crying.
Feel,
I was depressed. I wasn't even crying.
Do you feel like you were depressed because there was a connection already?
No.
Or you were depressed? Why were you depressed?
I was more disappointed in myself for letting it happen because I wasn't on birth control. We didn't use a condom, and I knew for sure I didn't want to have a kid, and I was playing games, and I know it happened, but it happened.
How old were you?
I was 24, so 3 years ago. And
so it's what?
Yeah.
You said
Good
you didn't.
math,
You know what made me laugh?
He said I didn't want to talk about my boyfriend, but I have because we're talking about relationships.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know what all this is about, but
Because per our conversation earlier, he's talking about so and so wanted something.
yeah.
And then she said, "Oh, well, he had that opportunity."
Yeah.
So you like stabbed him in the stomach and twisted the knife.
No, stop.
You're like,
no.
twist.
First of all,
Never
it was a
gonna
Stanley
heal.
steamer.
A lot of people think they want something, and I think
this is about to get.
Yeah.
I feel like you're getting philosophical right now.
yeah, I think that people
Drop it on me.
want something, and I think it's because society makes them feel that way.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
and for a long
Procreate.
time, and for a long time, I told myself that that's what it was, and not until I dropped acid did I realize. No, I'm being real as fuck right now.
I don't feel like, hold on, like in the comedy community, I've heard dropped acid like
A lot.
100
like the
times,
norm.
bro. So
If you're a
like,
comedian and you have substance abuse problems, get the fuck out.
I don't have substance.
No, I'm saying like if someone has like, trying to do comedy and you're already a junkie,
you're gonna
No.
destroy
Yeah.
yourself.
No. I don't have. I haven't
So you
done
dropped
acid in like 4 years now. I might do it again soon.
Let me
Anyway,
ask you a question.
Acid's great.
Out of all
If
the
you're gonna
drugs
drink
that
alcohol,
you
don't stray her too far away. She's saying
Yeah,
something
no, this
philosophical.
is good, this
What were you
is
gonna
good.
say? You said you dropped acid and you thought about not everybody should fit in the societal norms that
Yeah,
they box
I watched
us in.
an episode of Freakonomics. Shout out to Freakonomics, and they were just talking about like systemic oppression And just like the Matrix, but on another level, like even deeper. Like it's not just like people trying to control you like with your mind, but it's like also the environment that you're in is controlling. And I was more depressed at the fact that I think we were talking about it earlier, my parents decided to have me specifically. I'm the oldest one. When they just met like a month in. Right. And they were immigrants who came here from a country that was basically like from Cuba. So they are coming into this new country, new language, new everything, and they have nothing. And they decided to make that nothing into something, and that was their hope. So it was hard for me because I was in this country. I'm privileged to have them both make that decision. Not only make that decision, but keep me and bring me up to be an individual that like can stand on her own 2 feet and be amazing. But
so you felt the pressure.
That's modest.
Yeah.
So you felt like
super humble. No, but I mean like they really did push me and my brother to always think that you can do more with your life than what you even think for yourself. And fuck what everyone else thinks. What you think that you can do. You could do more than that.
Yeah, you seem very, outspoken and not afraid to say what you feel.
No, for a long time, I mean, I had that abortion in my back pocket for a long time, the abortion joke. And I was afraid of doing it because I don't be treated differently because of it. And then I got to a point in doing this that I was just like, I'm just going to talk about what my experiences are. And I think that's one of the most real things I talk about because it's not me just joking on it itself.
It's vulnerable, yo. Yeah. It's super vulnerable. And I think people can relate to that, man. Yeah. It's all like that. That's what I think is so cool about comedy. Yeah. Right. And I think that's what's so memorable about some of my favorite comedians. Like they show that vulnerability. Like I'm fragile. Like Richard Pryor was so good at that. Like showing, hey, I'm a druggie. I did this. I set myself on fire because of
that's the most
all these things. So right. So you just like, dude, like, oh my God.
But the beauty in that is just like, when you bring hurt and you say something to people and you make them laugh, bro. Yeah. That's when I have
Joey Diaz, I think, was on his podcast recently talking about how it took him years to make an abortion joke. But it's harder for men to make an abortion joke because they're not the ones who are physically experiencing it. They're only mentally experiencing it. And sometimes I think... I've never been in this situation where I've had a miscarriage, but I think that hurts more because you wanted it. And, life happens.
But the problem is, like, man, especially with the whole kid shit, it's like, I don't want kids, bro. But it's like, I'm getting to that age. I thought about it, like, yo, I'm only getting older. And then my mom's like, yo, so I'm not going to be a grandparent? It's like...
I get that all the time. My mom doesn't know that I had one. And I was, it's crazy. That joke that I just told you guys was part of my bit from the second part. My mom was in the audience, so if I would have done that...
You didn't even get to do it.
Oh, my God. Like, me and Elaine were talking about
But what's so crazy is you were still ready to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... I don't even really care about my mom.
I was going to at Ultimate.
You did that joke.
I did.
She didn't because she didn't make it to the second round.
Because the beginning of that bit was me going like, did you know Miami is the only major city in the country founded by a woman? That's why Miami is so beautiful, expensive, and why the weather's so unpredictable. Very cheesy. And then I was going to give him like scare and then hit him with like some truth shit. That was going to be for my second round if I got in. And, I decided to go with the other route, which was this is what I'm proud of route instead of what was smart. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. But you know what? It is what it is. I did what happened.
Comedy's so up and down, man.
Shout out to Jackie Sanchez who won. She's great. Great comic who's been doing this for a long time.
Real.
I didn't think we were going to talk about comedy or comedians at all.
We're three fucking comedians.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about...
And we deep into this.
Well, I was talking about a joke. Yeah.
That threw me off. Me and you, I fuck with you heavy, and I never knew that.
Yeah.
Until you said that, I'm like...
I don't really talk about it to people. I now what I'm doing is just saying it as a joke, And then if someone asks, which they never do.
Bro, you know what I just realized? It's like,
that's a joke, right? It's a joke.
you know,
it's a joke.
You know what I just realized? I was supposed to meet up with a girl at 9:00.
Fuck that.
Tonight? But comedy's more
It
important.
It is 9:32.
And my phone's on airplane.
Yeah, bro. Sorry.
Yo, you hit her up and you let her know what happened.
Like, hey, I told her I was. Hey, listen, bro. Like that one girl we saw. Like, yeah, that body language. I have a good knack of just. I don't know. It was just really weird. I'm at that point right now. I feel the energy. I'm like, I came for an objective. Get something. Dip out.
And by get something, not pussy. It was literally equipment for the podcast.
Yeah, that's
for
how
everyone
like,
out there listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my shit and get out.
I thought it was a good story, and you got a great abortion story. So,
For real, bro.
like somebody showed that vulnerability,
She
showed
coughed.
that history.
She coughed first.
I coughed the baby out.
Oh.
I did have nightmares. I will tell you that I had nightmares for like a couple weeks, but they were like scattered, and it was more like
What was the
like
nightmare?
I was always chasing something, and like either the world was ending or like we were coming to the end of something, and I was always running from the end of.
I'm thinking you in the hallway and you see a fucking small silhouette.
No. My dreams are always
Mommy, why did you do this to me?
You remember that nigga from
First
300? Mother.
The baby didn't even have a face.
That's even scarier.
No, I'm talking about like it wasn't developed yet. Like,
So this nigga looked like a cashew.
No, yeah, he was. Come on, that wasn't.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't even. Come on.
You made her baby Mr. Peanut,
you
bro.
Want to call it a baby? That's on you.
Good thing about the planner.
What people need to focus on is all of the kids in foster care.
Okay, what the?
No, because the same people that are pro-life are not. It's like PETA. They're pro-animal, but they're not realizing that like. How are you going to convince someone to not eat an animal when they are racist? You will not find a racist. Sometimes they happen. Vegans that are racist. No, how are you going to make you care about an animal's life who can't talk to you when you don't care about a human life?
I heard somebody bring this point up, right? You vegan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I kill babies, not animals.
Right? No. She just did her dum.
You know what made me laugh?
On your table.
I did that joke about the baby being a cashew. She would be like, "Stop!" And then she's like, "Yeah, kill him." I'm like,
I could say it because I did that.
That's like the N-word joke.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You can't say it.
Exactly.
I live it.
Exactly.
But they forever petty.
Have you ever thought about this? Like as a vegan, right? A person who's a farmer who grows vegetables. In order to grow those vegetables and have
pesticides, I know.
Yeah, you're going to go pesticides and you're going to kill every kind of squirrel, any kind of chipmunk, gopher, whatever. Yep. You're murdering all those things to get vegetables.
To eat a beet.
Like, I don't want anything to touch these vegetables. I'm murdering all these animals so this person can have this vegetable.
So what if the squirrel is crying as it dies and the tears fall over your fucking vegetables?
That's good water, bro. That's a good protein.
That's animal product touching.
Okay, motherfuckers. You're going to listen to me and I'm going to say this once.
I just heard somebody say that. So I'm just like, you know how when people hear good arguments, I'm like, ooh, that's a good argument. I'm still in that topic.
People always do. And then if it's not that one, where do you get your protein? Like,
nah, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't care about fuck. Well, this is the thing. That's going to happen regardless. That's just the circle of life. People are like, if I can't, no, what I mean is.
That's not a good argument, bro. That's not a good argument to start off and be like, that's going to happen regardless.
Hold on,
Look, you are driving and there's going to be, especially in an open road, there's going to be bugs that fly onto your windshield. Like, you can't prevent this unless you're living in a forest under a tree.
But let's be honest, there's people who take it to that level.
And sleeping.
There's some vegetarians who's like,
no, not vegetarians.
Don't affect the earth at all. I'm going to move into the forest and grow berries, and that's all I'm going to eat, and I'm not going to affect the environment. There's people who take it to that level.
But I'm
There's
not
that
those
spectrum.
people.
Hold up. What got you into being a vegan? Because you're like,
I was
you got
on
a black
acid.
Oh, jeez. That's always a great start.
Bro, when I was on acid, it all, like, it came together for me. I was on acid, and I went to go get a pizza that had anchovies on it because I've only seen it in movies,
nigga,
with anchovies. No, listen, movie like I always wanted to try
and I
it.
never ate anchovy pizza.
Bro, this is a thing. Watch movies, watch cartoons. The Ninja Turtles, they did that shit.
He's like, I don't want no it. I think he said he didn't want no anchovies.
Okay, but FYI, most people don't know this. If you go to an authentic Italian restaurant, they probably putting anchovies in their marinara sauce.
In the Caesar salad.
In the Caesar salad too. So you be eating it, they're just ground up and you can't see it.
I don't mind that. They got other shit.
Because you don't see it.
Because it has other shit in it. It's like people who say,
I eat chicken, but I only eat chicken breast. I don't eat chicken wings because I can't see the bone. Like, motherfucker, you're still consuming. That's different
because, I mean, the anchovies in there, but they got other stuff. They got like garlic or whatever.
It's still in there.
That's cool, but all the other flavors are in there. Now, I'm getting pizza and I can see a strip of anchovy.
So that's what happened to me. I ordered this pizza, take it home. I'm giddy. I'm like, I'm about to eat some anchovy pizza. I open it and I see 20 little anchovies on my pizza. And I was like, I just paid money to have someone put these anchovies who they took out of these little creatures, like shrimp, like that size, you know what I mean? And to put them on my pizza so I could eat something because it's nostalgic for me. And that's when I was like,
that's a good word. That's a good word, nostalgic.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't. I was already heading that route. I was a pescatarian for a long time.
Let me ask you a question.
I don't believe in owning pets.
You say mosquitoes are gonna die, squirrels, gophers, all that. That's gonna happen naturally because pesticides. But I also feel like people gonna kill cows continuously, naturally. That's gonna happen.
You know what's
until the whole world gets on the same page.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna people like because you're vegetarian because like even though vegetarian is growing.
No, I'm vegan. I don't consume milk.
Even though you're vegan and that society is growing and it's a bigger society than it was 10 years ago.
No, it's gonna.
They're still killing more cows today. They're still killing more more pigs, more fish. Mm-hmm. All of that's still getting more and more. It's still happening, even at greater consumption today, for sure. So let's be honest. The real solution is. Let's murder some people. Let's get rid of people.
I agree.
But the thing
people is the problem.
The thing I don't understand is seeing.
We need to take some people out.
For real. That's the whole.
At least a test. Like before you procreate, I need you to do this simple 5 minutes.
I'm still tripping off of her ordering the pizza and just saw a couple strips of
anchovies
of what she ordered.
Right. And just be like, oh no.
Yeah, like you
whole
got what
lifestyle different now. All on acid, bro.
She still would have been
all on acid. Meat. That's good acid.
If she had like
that's life changing.
It was raining after that. It was raining, and I took off all. I can't believe I'm saying this. I took off all my clothes.
Bro, you said abortion, but now she's like, I took off all my clothes. I can't believe I'm letting you guys know my clothes came off at one point.
She out here killing.
What?
Killing shit. On some gang killing shit.
I'm a vegan person who's pro-choice.
But she changed her choice
after
she ate
after she had anchovy. She didn't eat it. She saw it. She was like, nope, never again.
What'd you do with the rest of the pizza?
I think I threw it away or gave it to my boyfriend. I don't remember. I didn't.
Is your boyfriend a vegan?
No, he is vegan when I make food, and it happens to be vegan. I also cook good food, so
that's good.
Hold on, what's
that's
good food?
Easier.
Everything. I make Latino food like beans, rice, platanito, maduro, all that, yuca, all that good shit.
Maduro is just basically rice and beans cooked together.
Yeah, but there's rice.
She's like rice, beans, maduro cooked together.
Menudo.
No, I make a really good like a salad, like almost like a pico de gallo, but like a vegan version of it. So it's like
getting excited, bro. I might go to Hello Havana tonight.
But I also know how to like make other like alternative shit like
that beef patty.
burgers, veggie burgers.
Bro, I was in Atlanta. My
vegan
homegirl.
bacon.
No, fuck out of
No,
here.
it's
That's
not
not a
vegan
thing.
bacon.
That's
I
not
mean,
a
like
thing.
it's
Do you see
tofu
how-
that's marinated in
No.
like soy.
getting
Keep
and
that over there. Keep that.
He's like,
fuck it.
let's end
I don't
this.
even like bacon like that, but like vegan. Listen, let me tell you something. I was in Atlanta and my homegirl had an Impossible Burger, bro.
Oh, so they have it at all the improvs now.
Bro, my
All of
homegirl ate that and she
What's
was
an
like,
Impossible Burger?
the
It
burger.
bleeds.
It tastes. It's impossible that this is a vegan burger. Pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
like, bro. She's like, Phil, I bit the burger. I'm like, yo, the chef said, fuck this bitch. And made her eat.
Fat
Bruh,
Burger has the best
that
Impossible
shit tasted
burger.
so real.
Yeah, it does.
It tasted so like
It's a texture, son. It's
No,
a texture.
it's everything. It's the taste.
Dude, like I eat, like the show that we do is at the new vegan restaurant. It's the new vegan restaurant, and they make a
What?
chicken
and you
sandwich.
making fun of me, and you making money off these.
I'm not making money off of them. I do all my promotion and all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
outside.
look at
I
her
get
being
people-
messy.
For
Listen,
real, for
this
real.
is the Papi Negro podcast. Forever
You petty
petty,
as shit.
forever roasting. You know what? It's a
No,
Sunday.
like-
Yo, check this out. It's a Sunday.
For like 3 more hours.
It's a Sunday, and we going in on Dead Baby Joe.
I'm not going. Oh my god.
I'm like,
I can't
Bro,
tell you nothing,
see, here's the
Phil.
thing. Like, I
Damn.
appreciate the
Oh, no,
vegan
it's-
lifestyle. Like my
Don't do me.
my
Oh.
sister.
petty moment. Don't do me like that. she go in and we comment. So
She
we're
is.
like, yo, we gonna ride this wave. No, this is not your wave to ride. All right. No, like that.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Nah.
I went through that. It happened. It's an experience. It made me grow as a person, unlike the baby in my uterus.
Oh damn.
I can't
Ugh.
help it now.
She killing it right now.
Literally.
She be killing the. She be killing the. Dum, 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 dum.
You know, there's like they just released male birth control.
I heard about
Niggas
that.
ain't taking that. Shit.
You know what I'm more excited
Well,
about
you
that I just
should.
heard that they released?
What,
They released
the rubbers?
condoms that change color if the chick has an STD.
What? But it's too late. You put it in.
No,
already.
Nah, it
you
glows
got a
up.
condom on.
And glow up.
And it changes color while you banging.
But
and
that's what I'm saying. You're banging already.
No, condoms protect. Like condoms are 99% protection, and it changes to a specific color of what STD that chick has. And I think I'm more excited about that.
They have the same thing with nail polish for women. They put their finger in a drink and they know if it has like quaaludes or
for
some
real?
shit. Yeah. I think it was Harvard. Some like Harvard
Yeah, it's always the
students.
smart schools that come up with that stuff, man.
Facebook.
For real. You like see that's the thing. I
Harvard.
read a Facebook article, I'm like, true.
Yo, that shit- and you know what? You don't even go in.
Real.
You just see what's in the
I know
outside.
that.
Like,
Yeah, I don't
yo,
even
this
read
shit
the article. I'm
wild,
like,
bro.
yo, that's crazy.
I hate when celebrities died 3 years ago. Like, yo, this nigga just died, bro.
What?
God
For
dang,
real.
bro.
For real.
But yo, I think we need to wrap this shit up.
Okay.
It's pretty good. We've known this for a minute.
How long?
I don't
Long
know. You gotta check
enough.
the recorder, but it's
Ultimately,
pretty
man, hey, I want to tell y'all thank you so much for listening or viewing or however this is going to be pushed out here. I want to give a shout out to J Guy. J Guy, where can we follow you, bro?
good. Stand Up J Guy on Instagram, Facebook, JAYGUY guy. Not the guy at the end, but J Guy, man. And that's it, man. That's really it. I got the new vegan restaurant, the once a month comedy show
You know,
there.
I'm coming.
Yeah, for sure. But
What's like their top thing like they sell there? Like
they
their most
have-
popular thing.
the most popular thing is their amazing mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Like they do a mac
I
and cheese
fuck up
there,
some
and they do a
cheese.
chicken sandwich there. Like they do it with like a jackfruit,
Ooh.
and they fry. It tastes
I hate
so
like
good,
the
y'all.
ones that they just make of soy, where it's just
Nah,
like
they don't
bread.
do like
the
this.
fact that
This
they're
like the
using
jackfruit.
oof.
This jackfruit's dope. So
You-
J Guy
Don't do
stand
a-
up
oh,
vegan.
wrap
We do a
it
once a
up,
month comedy
motherfucker.
show. Once a
And you
month
just
at the
gonna
end of the
address it,
month.
fucking idiot. I'm trying to be low key and be like, rap this shit.
A
She
camera
wants to.
right there.
Hey.
No.
But yo, that shit's expensive. I got juice, right? I'm like, all right, bet we'll drink some juice, support black-owned business. Fucking shit was
It's
$8.99.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I'm like, did this shit come with a side of head of lettuce? Or something? This shit don't come with no sides.
Yeah.
A V8 splash
that
is
Whole
$1.20.
Foods.
Pay for it now or pay for it later.
You think
That's how I.
You out here drinking liquor
That's
and
how them
smoking
vegans
herb.
get you, bro. That's how them vegans get you.
She's saying that she's smoking herb.
What's wrong with that?
She out here drinking liquor.
Okay, that's fucked
But
up.
you shaming.
Fucking kidney out.
Yeah, but she's shaming me because the nigga want to eat.
I just
some
hate
fuck-
McDonald's French fries. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. I didn't even get to that. You just dry snitching on
Yeah,
yourself.
because that's who I am.
Live that. Live
I
that.
just told everyone that.
Ashley Diaz, where can we find you?
On the internet, or in person, whatever you like. On social media, I'm Ashley Diaz, Diaz comedy. I'm mostly on Instagram. I'll post sometimes on Facebook, and you could catch me talking shit on Twitter. Boom. You can see me doing shows all over South Florida. And hopefully in more places.
Solid.
Absolutely, that's the goal. My name is Phil Easmate. Y'all can follow me at ISMEPHILLIP, Isme Phillip, or you can follow your boy on Facebook. Facebook is weird when comedians just add you and you don't know who the fuck they are, or random people add you, but you don't know where they know you from. And they probably show
you go ahead and you check how many friends y'all got in
and
common.
it's like I don't know.
You have to.
You know?
That's not enough. That's not enough.
I don't like those people. So why are you following me? Who sent you?
Yeah.
But
You know how many Mohammeds are in my DMs?
Oh shit.
I swear to God, I'll show you.
Show
right
me
now.
your bobs.
I will show you my bobs.
Show me your bobs.
Look.
Bobs.
Yeah, that's what they say, bro. B.O.B.
Oh yeah,
Let me
yeah.
see your bobs.
He waving at you.
Yeah, this
He
nigga waving a lot.
at you.
Pokes.
He
Pokes. Them
waving.
dudes solid, man.
These are all
they
real
play the
people.
game, man.
Wait.
That's what I do. I check that how many friends we got in common.
Yeah.
What do you? If you're a comic, I'll accept your friend request. But if I'm looking at your pictures and not a lot of it is with you with a microphone, then
That's funny.
yeah, I'm not messing with you like that.
I think I skipped a couple.
The Papi Negro podcast, man.
Shaking. So it's Wave. Thank you for being friends here. How's your
With a Z. House with the
your
Z.
days? Thumbs up, Wave. That boy thirsty.
Yeah, they be thirsty in the Middle East.
Jesus.
Oh, no, that's the same one.
dude.
Bro, you ever
What was-
realize how social media is ruining breakups also?
Look at this one. Look at this one.
Heck yeah. Hey, how are you? He wants you. I don't know.
I don't even know how to say his name because
shit's
it's in
in cursive,
Arabic.
yeah.
It's not cursive.
I'm
Jeez.
joking.
Look at this.
Melvin
from
Lopez.
Spanish.
That nigga Spanish. It's a nigga say hola. Yeah,
No longer available.
Godfrey Herbert. Anyway, but nah, breakups.
Social media.
With the
Like what
breakup
you
is-
got to do through social media when you break up with someone. So you see these relationships where girls are always posting with their dudes or dudes always posting with their girls, and then they break up and it's just like all those pictures get deleted. All those all those memories get deleted, and then you're just like, it's easier to know, oh, they broke up, right? To the society, like you constantly see them posting pictures in society, and there's that person who's in that relationship. It's like, bro,
That's why I refuse to post my man.
see, like that's the thing.
I
So
try to do that.
there's like a there's like that middle ground of people who are like, I don't even want to post my man on there because if I break up with him, I don't want
Not
social.
even that. I don't even want you to know.
Yeah,
what's
I don't want you to
happening.
even know who
But
it
this
is.
is the problem,
Yep.
though. This is the problem, though. Oh, I'm that guy of like, I don't want people to know. I'm very secretive. I'm personable about certain shit, like dating. I don't want people to know my business because.
But also, that's
random people will be like, oh, so like because the girl I dated went to high school together, so some people knew we were together. People who text you, like hitting you up, like, hey, what up, buddy? And it's like, yeah, we're still together. You know.
Well, those are the people you don't want to fuck with. Like that's why I told you we're cutting them
Yeah,
off.
but
those are the type of people that were hitting me up and be like, "Oh, you and so and so are still together," and it's just like, "Hi." Like,
and another thing about
how are you
that,
doing?
it's
Like,
weird because like as a guy and you don't want to put your
yeah,
relationship
for
out
men
there.
it's harder.
Yeah, because they think you cheating.
Yeah,
And you talking to
that's
bitches
true.
on the side. But they don't know that if you show you in a relationship, it'll actually pull in more girls.
Yeah.
that attracts a lot of women because
So
they're
it's like, listen, I like you
That's
so
true.
much. girls think I'm single and don't want to fuck with me like that. So that's how much I like you to let them know business is not booming.
But
know?
That's because girls like that. That's what I'm saying.
Like
as far, it's not even that they like what they can't have. I think that's definitely a part of it for sure. But girls like the same kind of characteristics, and in order for like my chick needs, like my girl that I'm dating now, right? She likes me, Simone. I'm claiming it, bro. She's dope as hell, man. The girl that I'm dating right now, she likes the fact that I have certain characteristics, right? And the characteristics that I have are I'm independent. I got a lot of stuff going for myself. Like, I don't really need anything. I'm financially independent. I got a house. I got a car. I'm doing extra things on the side. I'm having fun. And I have a lot of free time. And I wouldn't say free time, more to say, but I have time to have fun and go out and on dates and stuff like that. And I think that's a general attractive attribute in the female society of what females are looking for when they're dating, right? So females, they look for, to me, in a generalization thing, they look for people who are secure, right? Confident, and they know what their goals are. Like, they have that driven.
Smart men do
but the thing is,
smart men meaning they don't want to find someone that they could take care of.
Real shit. But the thing is like, but you're talking about the girl you're currently with. But
I'm talking the girl I'm currently with. I'm saying as far as being attractive to her, the things that she needs to be attracted to me are, hey, I need a guy who is a man, and who.
By man, you mean what?
By me, that shit.
By man, I mean that had no. By man, I mean masculine who can take care of himself, who doesn't need a babysitter, who doesn't live at home with his parents, who can take me out and be a provider.
Does she do the same to you? I don't know if this is personal or not.
No, I'm open to whatever, but what do you mean the same to me?
Does she like take you out? Does she like?
We've gone out. She pays for stuff. She she'll do that's what I'm saying. Like, she realizes that's a part of the growing relationship,
nigga,
right?
If you don't need it, throw it away.
It's like, hey, I understand what the growth is, right? So and in the beginning, me and her had that battle, right? So it's like, hey, you can't be crazy too early because I don't need crazy.
I'm good flags. Enough. That's the red flag.
I'm good enough.
Nah, I don't want that.
Right, exactly. So if I can communicate, I'm not dealing with that. Yeah. I'm not dealing with that. I don't need that. I'll leave this relationship if that's what you want to be.
But the problem is that sometimes you let shit rock for a little bit of time
because you don't address it.
Because it's like, all right, shit. If I say this shit, let me be optimistic about this situation.
No, you need. Okay.
No, bro, you
only
can't.
Can be optimistic about your own shit. You need to stop putting that optimism on other people.
Yeah.
You only be optimistic about the things that you are capable of doing. Because that's the only thing that you can control.
For sure.
You can't be optimistic about someone else because you don't know what the fuck they're capable of.
And if they like you, bro, they will mold to what you want. They'll mold. They'll grow, mold, whatever, but pretend whatever it is, but they will do whatever it takes to show you, hey, I like you, and I will be the person you need me to be to continue to grow with you. But
another thing is like a lot, like for me,
they have to believe that.
And
too.
Another thing for
but
me,
that's the thing, they have to like you enough. They have to like you and believe, like, hey, you're about this. If I'm doing this, I'm gonna get something from you.
But what I'm getting at is that, like, going back to what I said, is like, I'm one of those people, if I see something, I'm like, yeah, I can't let that rock. Like, one time I was messing with someone and I was helping them on the conveyor belt at Publix, and I guess I was mixing shit the wrong way. And they're like, stop mixing my stuff. And the cashier, who I knew, I'm friendly, and the cashier was like, And I looked at her, I'm like, all right, I got you. So when she said outside, I was like, yo, I can't have you talking to me like that. I'm helping you put your shit together, and you're talking to me like that.
But that's how you need to address people in general, in period.
Like, no, exactly. So I'm just like that. But certain stuff, like, if someone's laughing and they blink a lot and they got a nervous tick, I'm like, all right, well, I'll just let that. Sometimes I'd be like, yo,
only if you really fuck with them.
I'm like, my nigga, what's wrong with you, bro? Why are you blinking so much? You need clear eyes? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Everybody has to tell. Everybody has a tell. Some are more
man.
obvious than
Exactly.
others.
So it's a lot of times I be fucking shit up.
That's the guy I'm scared of. That I can't figure out that tell. You know what I mean? Like I can't figure out your tell. I don't know what you're emotionally involved with. So when I think about women, I think in general, women are all attracted to the same thing. Like they want somebody who's
generalization.
Yeah, super generalization, right?
That's my life.
And I'm not talking
I
about.
thought, hey, you can't be making noises. I'm thinking I heard a hissing noise. I'm like, bitch.
That's what it sounds like.
Bro, I was like looking around.
All she doing is rubbing her half shaven legs over
there. The winter's coming.
Yo,
bitch, you got a Harambe leg under them yoga.
Like she's shuffling cards under the table, bro.
My shoe.
Your shoe.
God damn, my shoe.
Shit sounded frightening.
Like,
but no, I felt that shit when you say about the breakup. My whole thing is fucked up is because I'm in marriage photos. So it's like
you're in what?
I'm in wedding photos. Like I went to
Hey, you go to weddings.
Yeah. I'm a part of that.
Yeah, that's gonna.
You
be
could crop
thing,
me
man.
out, but I mean,
why?
But that's the relationship. You do stuff like that.
The person,
they had a Wellington and you was there.
Yeah,
you
why
there.
are you in a wedding?
But that's because girls are like, hey, that my family has a wedding. I
photo.
care about you. I want you there,
That's
and I want you to see what I like. I want you to see. I want you to see.
A very clear indication that she wanted you to be a part of the family, like for the long haul. For have you in a photo.
I know, but
I'm smart. I won't have you in a photo until you and I are,
But I'm one of those. That's
Wait, hold
my
on.
problem.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's my problem because I'm one of those dudes where I'd see, okay, how much of this I can handle in my threshold, and then the situation ended up like me pressing it's like when you start your car and instead of hitting reverse, the bitch hit drive and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like that's what ended up happening. Shit got too fast, too quick. And it's like my biggest.
Yeah, you gotta communicate the pace on that, bro.
Yeah,
Did
so
you
that's
tell
what it
her
was.
from the beginning?
I mean, yeah, but I told him. But
that's a no.
I did. No.
I mean,
Real nigga shit. I did.
He didn't say.
Yes, I did.
How old was she?
Nigga, we're like last year, bro.
No, I'm saying how old was she?
When what?
When you was communicating too fast.
I think he was 27. I was 26.
Okay, that's not too old. Like I dated a 37-year-old. Bro, I dated a 37-year-old and she was trying to lock me down super fast.
That's why I like. This is the weird thing. Like I usually, for some reason, end up messing with girls older than me. But I feel like dating girls is like pretty much an internship. That's pretty much it. It's an internship. You don't know what the fuck is happening.
It's not even an internship. More to say that you guys are both judging each other to keep the job.
So it's more so of like, I got you walking around. You got
the job, but you like, hey.
But if you get mad if you found out I'm looking at other, it's pretty much you don't really know what it is. We just vibing. Right. I don't want to call you an employee, but you're part of the company to some degree.
Sure.
If if I try to go on Indeed, you're like, I see a job posting. You don't like it here?
Right. Right.
But if it's said and done, the shit don't work out, it'd be like, whatever. Older women, I like them because they just ask certain questions and then make a decision. But the shit about older women is they just want to promote you too fast in the job. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be.
Because they know what they want.
Exactly. But for us,
and I think that's people in general. When you get older, you start to figure out what it is that you really like.
Yeah.
Your parents start to die, so you really get to play with who you really are.
Death. But my whole thing
because death is real. I don't know why people are so taboo with death when everyone's going to die. Everyone, all three of us, everybody out here is going to die.
But the thing about that is just more so of like the hiring too, like because it's like when I was 29, I messed with a 29. When I was 19, I messed with a 29-year-old.
I say you 29. I thought you just was 27 or something.
This nigga jumping years.
Like that. He just turned 29.
I don't like 25. Let me jump 29. Nah, 29 ain't popping and go back to 26. But no. So it's like I was 19, she was 29, and she was asking all those stuff. And it's like, I'm unsure of myself. So when you hear all that, it's like, well, after, whatever happens. She's like, what are we? We are farmers. Dum, 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 dum. I don't know. You know.
You don't know how to plant a fruit.
I really don't. I don't know what the fuck we are. So it's just, that's what I feel like older women just promote too quick. Hey, you want to be corporate manager? Bitch, I'm still in training. You know. But hey, we need to wrap this shit up, bro. It's getting late.
You talk like this forever.
I know. Hey, thank you for listening to the Papi Negro podcast. Forever roasting, forever being petty. Thank you so much for listening. Y'all take care.